Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai Bashum Kakwadash. We'll make this real quick, super quick. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shai Bashum Kakwadash. And the title of this video is, how do we know when the Sabbath day comes in? This happened to be another video that was put up by IUIC. It happened to be IUIC Jacksonville. And the title is Saturday or Sunday, Sabbath. Somebody lying and it ain't God. So I'm going to let you listen to this, and it just so happened to be IUIC. I didn't say, well, let me go look at it IUIC so I can get on them again, because they're all over the place. The videos are all over the place. So anyway, this is at the 1 minute, 1 second shy of the 2 minute mark, 1 minute and 59 seconds in of a 19 minute and 10-second video. We're not going to necessarily listen to the whole video, but I caught this part, so I want to speak on this. I don't want to go into the law, because he said that, we can't, well, it says here, right here, Saturday or Sunday, Sabbath, somebody lying and it ain't God. Right, it ain't God. So is it Saturday or is it Sunday? It's Saturday, or sometimes it's Saturday, sometimes it's Monday, sometimes it's Tuesday, sometimes it's Wednesday, based on when the new moon comes in. Everything is based upon the new moon. And the new moon is when the moon is dark, not when the moon is full. So let's listen. Let's listen. Let's listen.
He rested on the seventh day. So God, you understand what I'm saying? So the first high holy day was what? Was the Sabbath. Right. The first high holy day was the Sabbath. Here we are today, you denying the Sabbath. You want to make the Sabbath what you want it to be. Now, go to, what you got?
Read Acts 15, 20, and 21.
Read Acts 15, 20, 21, and then get Isaiah 56 and 2 after that. So obviously, Christ knew what day to keep the Sabbath. It was a specific day. It wasn't a day that he just made up. It's a custom of ours to keep the Sabbath day holy. You understand? If you look at your calendar today, I know you don't agree that it's the same calendar. It's the same Gregorian calendar. You can look it up yourself. If you don't believe us, look it up and Google it yourself.
I got all my notes at home.
He rested on the seventh day. So God, you understand what I'm saying? So the first high holy day was what? Was the Sabbath.
Right.
The first high holy day was the Sabbath. Here we are today, you denying the Sabbath. You want to make the Sabbath what you want it to be. Now, go to, what you got?
Read Acts 15, 20, and 21.
Read Acts.
I'm going to go to that, Acts 15, 20, and 21. Acts 15, 20. Let's see what that says. But that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols and from fornication and from things strangled and from blood. For Moses, 21, of old time hath in every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogue every Sabbath day. Okay, that's a good one. So now we got to establish when does the Sabbath day come in. The Christians say it comes in on Sundays. You have Sunday morning worship. And that stems back to Constantine the Great. And you have the other Israelite groups, minus GMS. And give me a second. As I said, the Christians say it's Sunday, and that's all the Christians go by that. Sunday is the Sabbath day. It was changed when the Lord rose up on the first day and all that stuff. And then you have other Israelite groups, minus GMS and Sakari, that say that the Sabbath comes in Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Something that was taught in One West, that Friday sundown is the Sabbath because it's the seventh day on your Gregorian calendar. So the brother said, come back. Where the hell is it? I lost it again. Okay, this I don't need. I'm gonna X that out.
But if you don't, you
X this out. Okay, just found it. So like I said, you start at the 2 minute mark and go on to 20 seconds in. So now, like I said, IUIC, IUCPK, all the rest of those camps that can't stand for One West, they all say the same thing, that the Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is the Sabbath. So, but he said, starting from the 2 minute mark, that the Sabbath day is a holy day. Let's listen to it one more time. Let's listen to it one more time.
He rested on the seventh day. So God, you understand what I'm saying? So the first high holy day was what? Was the Sabbath.
Right.
The first high holy day was the Sabbath.
Okay, so you heard that for the third time. The first high holy day was the Sabbath. What is a holy day in the scriptures? Let me put in holy day. $87 times in 39 verses. Exodus 35 and 2, 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord Yahweh. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. So if you break the Sabbath, that's a law, a sin unto death. And if the people, what is that, Nehemiah? And if the people of the land bring where or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath day or on the holy day, and that we would leave the seventh year and exaction of every debt. That goes into another subject, which is the year of release. Then you have a Jubilee year, and this is the problem with this current system that we're living in with this debt. The Most High placed that law in there for a reason. Every 7 years, all debts you started off with a clean slate. But see, Esau, Esau is not of the Most High. The Most High is not in all their thought. They're doing what they want to do. And it's creating a lot of death, a lot of poverty because of Esau, because he's not the righteous man. Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So are people mourning on this planet? You got there right. Who's the head of this planet? Who's the Most High set up as the top nation on this planet? Esau. So what does that make Esau? That makes him the wicked because people are suffering. So let's go to Isaiah 58 and 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day. Now IUIC and I believe other camps say that you can have sex on the Sabbath. How in the hell can you have sex on the Sabbath when it's a holy day? And that's a pleasurable thing. If there's a game on NBA Finals, if there's a game on a Sabbath, I can't watch it. I can watch the highlights the next day. If there's a boxing match on, big pay-per-view event, and it falls on a Sabbath, I cannot watch that event until the next day, after the Sabbath. It says, and call the Sabbath a delight. The holy of the Lord, the holy of Yahweh, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure. Laying with a woman is finding your own pleasure. Oh, well, but what about eating an ice cream cone? Well, guess what? Just to cover that, don't eat no ice cream on that day. And what I do is, for the most part, I'll do videos. I'll go into the scriptures and I'll mostly do videos. Nor speaking thine own words. So you speak about the scriptures. That's in, what is that? Deuteronomy 4, Deuteronomy 6. It tells you that, teach the law to your sons and your sons' sons. And when you talk to your neighbor, talk about the law. Because ultimately, we're all going to become priests, which are the office of the Levites. So being that we come across the word holy day, let's get into the calendar, because did not the Most High give us a calendar? The calendar that the Most High gave us, not the Gregorian calendar, not the Egyptian calendar, not the Julian calendar, but the Most High's calendar is older than any calendar out there, because that calendar was set up in the creation. So when did he give us those laws, those high holy day laws, where we can utilize the heavenly calendar, which is the moon, the sun, the stars, so forth, right? That goes back to Genesis. Genesis 1:14. I'm sorry, that's 15. How's that 15? Genesis 1:14. And now right here, the word there is not God. The word there is Alahai, which means angels, plural. And one of the chief angel that was there with him to give him that term is Yahushua, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Is explained to you in John 1:1. And the Alahim, or the angels led by the Messiah, said, let there be light in the firmament, or lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night. What divides the day from the night? The sun. When the sun goes down, that's the ending of a day and the beginning of a new day. And let them be for what? For signs, meaning omens, and for seasons, and for what? And for days, and for years. So your high holy days are based upon the lights in the heavens, the main light being the moon. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And the Elohim made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. Now, part of the month, the lesser light didn't rule anything because it was invisible, and it's changed stages. The only time that it was that it was at its brightest was when the moon was full, which is 15 days into that particular month. Just give you so you can understand. When they kept the Passover, when you was out, you looked outside and you looked up, you saw a full moon. lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. So now I'm going to go into the law, go into Leviticus 23. Now remember, the brother said that the Sabbath was a holy day. I'm going to start at the top. The key verse is in the third verse. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, where did he speak unto Moses, saying? In the wilderness, before they went to the land of Israel. Because Moses, remember, he didn't go into the land of Israel. Mosai told him he wasn't going to go. Speak unto, now the word there for children is sons, bunyam. I believe it says bun. Matter of fact, let me go to it. It says bunya, which means my son, or son singular. So the word there should be bunyam, sons. So the blue letter went off. Speak unto the sons of Yasha Allah, and say unto them concerning the feast, the high holy days. When the Sabbath came in, you had a feast. The feast was prepared before the sun went down, and you ate like you do every day. You eat every day, but you don't cook on the Sabbath. Same thing with the Passover. The feast of unleavened bread starts off with the Passover. You prepared the lamb and everything before the sun went down. And when the sun went down, that's when you ate the lamb and so forth, unleavened bread, the bitter herbs, the wine, whatever. Concerning the feast of Yahweh, one of the feasts of Yahweh is the Sabbath. That was the first feast, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Convocation means to call in. You use a ram horn to call in the people. Even these are my feasts. So he's giving you a list of the feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest. And holy convocation, or calling in, ye shall do. And that's what we're going to do in the kingdom. There's going to be a ceremony every Sabbath. So every week, every 7-day cycle, period, we're going to have a high holy day. It's the Sabbath. Then you have the Passover and the other days. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at evening, when the sun goes down, going in the 15th day, is Yahweh's Passover. So what does every Israelite group do? They'll find out when the new moon comes in, which is when the moon is invisible, and then they'll count 14 days. And the evening of the 14th day is the beginning of the 15th day, which is your first major high holy day, which is the Sabbath. So you have to go by the moon, not by no calendar that you get at 7-Eleven. So if this is the case, why is the Sabbath different? Oh, when it comes to the Sabbath, you gotta go to your favorite Dwayne Reed's. You got to go to a pharmaceutical retail store, and they give out free calendars. Or sometimes you have an auto mechanic, or sometimes certain stores they'll give out free calendars, right? So you get the calendar, and then you count 7 days. You got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's how the Christians keep it. So you're going by what? Let me see something. If you look at a calendar, the first day of the week would be, the Christians say it's the first day of the week. That's a new Sabbath. Hebrews, as well as the JJs, they say it's a 7 day a week. So you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But that's not the case. It's based upon the new moon. When the new moon comes in, which when you look up into the sky, you don't see anything. It's a dark moon. At that evening is the first day. So the day of the new moon is the first day. You count six days. The first day being number one. When you hit the 6th day, the 7th day, which is the seventh day, is at evening is the Sabbath. Let me read it again. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. So that would have to fall on based upon when the new moon comes in, right? If the new moon comes in on a Monday night, that day will be Tuesday is the first day, right? Starting at Monday night when the sun go down. So that Tuesday would be the first day, right? So you would count Tuesday, that's day one, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night going into Monday. That's when the Sabbath falls in. If the new moon falls in on a Thursday, you count 6 days, and on the 7th day is the Sabbath. You don't go to a supermarket. Look, when was the high holy days given to the sons of Israel in the wilderness? Did they have a calendar? No, they didn't have a calendar. The only calendar they did have a calendar, but they had a divine calendar, which was the moon, the sun, the moon, and the stars. So here they're going off again, and not just IUIC, but many other groups are going off with that Friday sundown, Saturday sundown nonsense. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.